Robbie from Two Bros Gaming gives us some
Set it off on the left, y'all. Set it off on the right, y'all. Set it off. Come on, let's set it off. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Set it off, set it off, set it off, set it off. Set it off, I suggest, y'all. Set it off, I suggest, y'all. Set it off, set it off. Come on, let's set it off. Set it off. On the left, start it. On the right, start it. On the left, I suggest while we're left, start it. On the left, start it. On the right, start it. On the left, I suggest while we're left, start it. Set it off, I suggest, y'all. Set it off, I suggest, y'all. Set it off, set it off. Come on, let's set it off. Set it off. Set it off on the left, y'all. Set it off on the right, y'all. Set it off.
On the road, looking for a winning. It's an Eastern Conference rival. The Chicago Bulls are ready for this thing to get started. Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. You look at Cleveland.
I guarantee you the adrenaline is already flowing for both sides. I mean, this means a little bit more to these players than just any game.
And Steve, it means more to the fans, too. We've got an electric atmosphere in here, just like it always is when these two teams get together.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. Dunleavy is out there with Rose. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. Well, it's funny, Clark, some people thought that Joakim Noah was considered a bust when drafted by Chicago.
Very premature assessment of that young man. I tell you talk about having to eat crow for those who felt that way. A two-time NCAA champion, Noah has now rightly become revered as the heartbeat of this scrappy Bulls team, an All-NBA, an All-Star, and also an All-NBA defensive player as well.
Dunleavy the best to Rose. Dunleavy kicks to Butler. To the left side wing. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Rose. And James pulls it down.
Well, Noah has that boisterous, playful personality. I think his quirks maybe threw people off early on, but he's a wonderful teammate. He's unselfish, and I think more than anything, you know, his unguarded personality has sort of helped him connect with his teammates.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to, I think, tone it down a little bit at the defensive end.
Shumpert is checked in for the Cavaliers.
And for Noah, who is really gregarious and outgoing off the court, but you get in between those lines and his intense competitiveness becomes apparent. I mean, he's locked in all business. Fierce, fierce competitor, laser focused on winning. And, he's not worried about making a few enemies in the process.
Still looking for that first two. 0 of 4 now. Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Here's Rose. From the high post, he drills it. Rose has got his first basket of the night. The drive by LeBron. Down low. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Look out!
Man, that is a great move off the baseline and a big-time play at the basket.
Fantastic reverse dunk, but he had to get up high for that one.
Boy, that's the kind of play, guys, you know this, that can really spark a team.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Rose kicks to Butler. And it's Rose penetrating. And that one's good. Rose has got 6. The Cavaliers trailing. Outside Irving. Gasol with the steal. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
For the Cavaliers, Thompson comes in for Mozgov. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for James. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. Mirotic gets the bucket.
You can't give him that shot. I mean, a few open looks are all it takes, and he can really get rolling.
1:14 left in the first quarter. Butler on the way. Great D that time from Irving.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That is his first foul of the game. Well, here are a group of point guards that have dialed up their own offense in the second half of the season. These are the top scorers at the one spot since the All-Star break. Kyrie Irving third.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in the league. To see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, it's wacko. That's sort of the era we're in right now, though. A point guard who consistently takes things into his own hands is far more common than it used to be. Some people may not like it, but that's the way of the modern NBA. Change is inevitable, and I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
Pass to Thompson. Irving attacking. There's the 3. Shot is off. Here's Gibson. A 14-point game for him in the win against Miami. Heinrich kicks to Butler. Mirotic has a wide-open look. It's good from long range. Mirotic has got 5 now. And that concludes. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Well, they've been getting to the foul line here an awful lot. The aggressive play really paying off.
Yeah, and you know what? It also helps to put the mute button on the crowd. I mean, when you methodically score at the line, that can put those fans on their hands.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron is the 3 with Thompson at the 4. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Smith. And it's Mozgov in at the center position. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, Guys, as we all know, LeBron James is now back in Cleveland, but he thinks his time in Miami will serve him well. As he said, Miami for me has been like college for other kids. I became a better player and a better man. I learned from a franchise that had been where I wanted to go. Kevin?
He knows what it takes to win it all, Doris. Now he's trying to do it back home in Ohio. Thanks. Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gibson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Aaron Brooks.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it? Oh, man.
Yep, reminds me a lot of myself in my younger days too, guys. Oh wait, maybe not.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game though. Timofey Mozgov, 7'1", a shot blocker and rebounder. Still pretty foul prone defensively, but he has really become an interior presence.
Hell of it over. This is to Thompson. Another shot. Mozgov's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 5. And Rose wide open. He shoots. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
James outside. Rejected by Gasol. Rose gets a wide open look. Again, Chicago. And Mozgov offensively can get you some nice second chance buckets.
Yeah, and I like the fact, Kevin, that he's a decent roll man in the pick and roll. And he... That was wicked!